Hey guys, today we're going to make an epic meatball sub with a southern twist, and man, it's going to be mighty fine. So let's get started. Okay, so I got me a good sized bowl to mix my meatballs in. I'm going to start out with cracking an egg in there. Go ahead and just give that a little mix. Okay, this is a 80-20 ground chuck, and it is approximately 1.5 pounds. And I'm just gonna break this up in there a little bit like that. And we're gonna keep our seasonings pretty basic. I'm gonna put some cracked black pepper in there. You can put as much as you like, you don't have to be precise, but probably about a teaspoon or so of black pepper, and you can put more in there if you like. And of course, garlic powder. Probably about a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon. Don't have to be precise, guys. Onion powder, about the same. And also some of our kosher salt. Just about a teaspoon or so of that. Just a couple pinches. Another good addition, Worcestershire sauce. Gotta cut it open. And we'll go in with probably about a tablespoon of that. Some panko breadcrumbs. These happen to be the seasoned ones. You can use plain. And we're just going to go in with about a 1/4 cup of that. Maybe a 1/3 cup or so. That right there looks good. Now we're just going to get in there with our hands and just mix everything up real good. Okay, I've done a few, but I've got a 1 tablespoon measuring device, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit out of there and overfill the measuring spoon just a little bit, because I'm making small balls. I don't want them real big since I'm going to be putting them in this sandwich. You can make them bigger if you want it to, and just form a little ball like that. Sit them over here, and I'll get the rest of them done. Now, I took another one of these pie pans, and I filled it up with panko. Probably 2 cups of panko or so. Not really that important, but now I'm going to take our meatballs and stick them straight into the panko. Just roll them around in there. I kind of want to pack that panko in them breadcrumbs pretty good. Just like that. All the meatballs are breaded with the panko, and I put them on a piece of wax paper, and I'm going to put these in the fridge, just let them hang out and tighten up a little bit while I get everything else ready. Now y'all, this right here is a 11-inch Wolfgang Puck stainless steel skillet, and I'm gonna be using this peanut oil because I got a lot of it. I'm gonna put probably about 3/4 to an inch of oil in it, because we're deep frying these balls. Want to get them nice and crispy. That should be good right there. Oil is right at about 300 degrees, and that right there's where I want it to fry these meatballs. I'm probably gonna do maybe half of these at a time. I don't know, we'll see. Let me get some of them in there. So I got about half of them in there, and I'm gonna let them cook for probably about a minute or two, and then we'll flip them. Right here's the second batch. That's about 160 degrees, and the second batch turned out a lot better, so I'm gonna pull them right here at 160 because they're gonna cook a little bit more as they rest. Just put our crispy meatballs on a cooling rack. Now I'm gonna drain most of this grease except for probably about 3 tablespoons of it. Okay, I drained most of the grease. There might be about a tablespoon of grease in it, but we're gonna go ahead and cook some onions real quick, and I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of real butter, unsalted. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions that I cut up. Give them a little bit of stir. Turn my heat down a little bit. Add a little pinch of salt. And good old cracked black. Then I'm pretty much just going to cook these till they get translucent and get a little bit of color on them. Onions have been cooking probably 4 or 5 minutes and looking pretty good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these off. For a sandwich, we're going to make a gravy because this is a Southern style sandwich. This right here is the oil that I had from frying in. Put about 3 or 4 spoonfuls in there. 5. Go in with about a tablespoon of butter. I think I might just go with 1 more tablespoon of butter. There we go. Butter is melted down. I'd say we probably got about, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil in there. And we're going in with some flour. Put a couple big tablespoons in there for now. See what it looks like. I'm gonna get my magic whisk out. Go ahead and stir that in there. Turn my heat up just a little bit. Alright, let me stir this in there and see what we're looking like. Now that right there is looking pretty daggone good to me, I reckon. So I'm just going to let this flour cook for about a minute. Keep a stir on it. Now right here I have approximately 2 cups of water. Add a little bit in there. Add about a cup in there or so. Give it a good mix. Mix it up real good. And I just got this over low heat. A little bit above low heat, but oh man, that's looking good. Add just a little bit more. Probably go ahead and add the rest of this. And that is about 2 cups. I got more shit to put in there too, so don't worry. We ain't gonna have no bland gravy. Alright, so now we're looking pretty good right there. I'm gonna turn my heat up to just a little bit under medium. We'll start adding some more seasonings in there. And we're gonna start out with some good old cracked black pepper. Put some of that in there. Do a pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. I added, better than being on beef based, I added 1 spoonful. My camera wasn't recording. And then I also added about a teaspoon of the Banquet browning seasoning and sauce. That right there is going to give it a nice color. I'm going to give it a stir. Stir it up real good. Bring it up to a nice rolling simmer. Or just a nice simmer. It's been boiling for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and what I'm going to do is turn the heat off, and I'm going to remove it from the heat and just let it sit, and it'll get real thick when it sits, and that's what I'm looking for. So got me a hoagie roll fresh from the bakery here, and you can see a line right here. You can see it. What I'm going to do is cut this out, and I'm going to cut it kind of at an angle. Just like that. Kind of helps if you have a serrated knife. I'm going to get that cut, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I sort of just cut it, and you don't want to go to the bottom, but just pull that bad boy out right there. Then you have a nice pocket. A little bit of butter, I melted for the bread, and I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder in this butter. Just a little bit. And I'm going to mix it around. Mix it around real good. I'm going to take this garlic butter and put a little bit on the outside like that. Just a little bit. And then also some on the inside. Nice little layer on the inside. And then I'm going to stick this under the low broiler just for a few minutes just to get a light, very light toast on it. Got a nice light toast on it. This is provolone cheese. I'm going to put this right into the bottom of it, just like that. Just like that. Once we got that cheese in the bottom of it, we're going to take some mashed potatoes. These are kind of dry mashed potatoes. You don't want them too runny, I guess. Take a nice thin layer of that in there, because this is a southern style sandwich, or sub, I guess you would call it. Get a nice layer of that in there. Right here's our gravy. It's got nice and really thick like I like it. I'm going to put just a little drizzle down here on top of the taters. Oh yeah, man, this is going to be mighty fine. Now, we're going to take some of these onions we cooked. Put some of them on there. Oh yeah. Then we're going to take some of our crispy meatballs. They're still crispy. I might have overcooked them a little bit, but that's alright. Try to stuff it up in there like that. In there. Try to get as many as you can in there. Just like that. Get one stuffed down in here. Can you see? Can you see? Another one there. Another one there. Another one there. Stuff that bad boy full. Put a piece right there. A little bit more of our thick gravy. Pour right over top of them meatballs. Oh man. Look at there. This is going to be mighty fine right here, I'll tell you, y'all. Just a little bit more onion. Put over top of it. Now this right here is where a little bit more magic's gonna happen. 2 slices of provolone cheese. Just drape it over the whole sandwich, bread and all. Just like that. And we're gonna put that back under the broiler in the oven. There it is, guys. After being under the broiler for a few minutes, that right there is the southern meatball sandwich with mashed taters and gravy and onions. Man. Now let's cut this bad boy in half. Oh yeah. Man. Look at there. Here's our crunchiness. Alright, y'all. Let's try this sandwich out. Let's see if it's mighty fine or not. There was a mighty fine sandwich right there. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Cheers. I'm out.